September 13th, 2025. Well, I need to make a video here. I've been traveling and I'll be back, of course, tomorrow, but I thought I'd make a video about referencing the murder of Charlie Kirk and the surrounding events. Fortunately, the suspect, of course, has now been apprehended, apparently because of the efforts of his father and a family friend, I guess. So that was conducted without incident. Um, and so we look forward to see how the prosecution goes. It's obviously a sad day for the conservative movement, as Charlie Kirk had been a key effort in our campaign outreach to the youth, and also his own personal vision of supporting conservative values, family values, religious values. And so this is a very sad day for us, but we'll have to persevere. One thing I would like to mention is I've been following some of this stuff on X, and one of the craziest things I'm seeing the liberals are doing is they're pointing out the fact that, of course, he does come out of a conservative Republican home, and no doubt was actually a conservative Republican, I guess, at one time in his life, certainly back in the 2020 campaign, apparently. It appears that he even contributed over $200 to the Trump campaign at that time. And therefore, they're trying to suggest he's not a liberal at this point, or a radical. But in fact, I think the clear thing is that he has been, I would say, infected with the Democrat poison. As I pointed out in that's consumed the Democrat Party, this ultra-liberalism that's we hear right now. The total obstructionism that they engage in, and the complete deceit and name-calling and demonization of anybody that's not on their side. So, at any rate, and I think there's no doubt that this venom is what led to the murder of Charlie Kirk. They can try to deny it any way they want, but just look at the rhetoric he has and the kind of things he's been putting on his shell casings and so forth. This is obviously straight out of their playbook. He's somehow been drawn into that frame of reference over the last probably several years. We don't know exactly. I'm sure more details will emerge as investigation goes forward. But at any rate, I just thought I'd make these comments, and we'll have to see what happens. I presume the Turning Point movement will move on. Erica has made her speech, and I guess that will, the people are involved. It's a pretty substantial organization that will continue. So, anyway, that's basically what I have to say at this time on that. If you like these videos, please give me a like, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications. And as always, of course, I'll be posting this on Rumble as well. So the other thing that's kind of come up very recently, and of course, the coverage of that has been reduced a lot, of course, because of the tragedy in Utah, is the drone incident in Poland, where something on the order, the number I've heard is 17, I'm not sure what the exact number is, a number of Russian-manufactured drones penetrated into Ukrainian airspace and were met by resistance into the Polish airspace, and was met by resistance by the Polish Air Force and any kind of air defense capability, which they have, and these drones were presumably engaged, and many of them were shot down. There was some damage to some buildings, at least one building, maybe more, and probably was due to the anti-aircraft efforts of the Polish defense forces. So this has been, I tend to think that this is probably in fact a Ukrainian false flag incident, which was done, and as I understand, and we'll see if the facts bear this out, but as of this recording, my understanding is that the drones were of a reconnaissance type, not the type with explosive charges that sort of detonate on impact. And that these reconnaissance drones, presumably from time to time, because the importance of the reconnaissance mission is more important than the specific drone, often operate until they literally run out of fuel and land in the Ukrainian countryside. And of course, Ukrainian military, of course, retrieves them. And I think it's very likely they were repurposed so that when a major Russian attack was underway, they simply launched a few of these drones into Poland in order to create this incident. Because you notice all the people that are pro, escalating the conflict have have gone off wild lately, making claims on this subject and demanding this and that, more sanctions, more weapons, more something. And I think that's what's really afoot here. So, but the facts will develop over time, and we'll see if I'm right about this or not. It's also possible with some kind of accident. The other thing, I don't see any real gain on the Russian side by doing this at this time. So, that's the way I see it. So, at any rate, I'm going to keep this a short video. This is not. This is just kind of done on the fly, so to speak. And as always, I'll be posting this on YouTube and Rumble, and the address of my social media accounts are in the description below. So all for now.